He- Hello, dear student. What's up? What's happening? I guess I'm audible to all of you, and my screen is clearly visible to you, right? So, a very warm welcome to our classes. And today we are going to learn a very classical, important, and very conceptual concept of organic chemistry. Each and every year, IIT, JEE, and NEET is keep on asking question from that topic, and the topic name is Reimer-Tiemann reaction. So today in our class we are going to discuss this classical topic, and we will have some question on that. So let's begin the topic. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. I hope yeah, so let me share the screen, right? I hope my screen is visible to all of you, right? Okay. And okay, so we are going to begin the lecture, and the lecture is on Reimer-Tiemann reaction, as already I have discussed with you. Okay. Okay. And yeah, so just yeah, that is my introduction. I think already uh, I have introduced myself to you, and this is all about me, single rank producer in NEET and JEE, teaching chemistry since last 10 years, right? And I have taught in national brands like Akash, Vidya Mandir classes, Sri Chaitanya, right? So we are going to take the conceptual topic from beginning, and so shall we begin the topic, right? Reimer-Tiemann reaction. So Reimer-Tiemann reaction is very famous reaction for the formation of orthosalicylaldehyde and parasalicylaldehyde, as well as salicylic acid. Okay? And it is a very famous reaction of phenol. So what does happen in this reaction? In this reaction, the substrate is like phenol. Phenol reacts with chloroform CaCl3 in presence of aqueous KOH, H plus, and we are having a little temperature, approx 60 degrees Celsius in this reaction. So what does happen? Uh, this gets converted into orthosalicylaldehyde OH, C double bond OH, as well as parasalicylaldehyde. Okay, orthosalicylaldehyde and parasalicylaldehyde. So here we get parasalicylaldehyde. Out of that, orthosalicylaldehyde and parasalicylaldehyde, can you tell me which product is the major product? Okay, orthosalicylaldehyde, and that is the para. Okay, so can you tell me out of ortho and para, which product will be the major product? So it's very simple to say that, because in ortho position, this hydrogen is electron deficient because it's connected to electron, highly electronegative molecule, or highly electronegative atom, oxygen. So it will take the electron away. So oxygen will be del minus, hydrogen will be del plus. So this hydrogen atom is highly electron deficient and is ready to form intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So basically, hydrogen bonding is dipole-dipole interaction, right? So for hydrogen bonding, hydrogen should be connected with highly electronegative atom like fluorine, oxygen, and nitrogen, right? So this hydrogen seek the assistance of oxygen and make a intramolecular hydrogen bonding. That is called IMHB, intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So because of this intramolecular hydrogen bonding, orthosalicylaldehyde product is quite stable. That's why orthosalicylaldehyde is a major product, and parasalicylaldehyde will be minor product. Okay. So what does happen in this reaction? What actually phenomena happening in this reaction? So what is the phenomena in this reaction? What is the sequence of steps going to be occurred in this reaction? We are going to discuss right away. Okay. So first of all, this chloroform, like we are having acidic hydrogen here, since polar chlorine bond, this polar C and chlorine bond create the acidity in this particular compound as H plus. When this H plus will leave, there will be an anion on the carbon, and that anion will be highly stable due to the p pi d pi back bonding of carbon and chlorine. So conjugate, once conjugate base is stable, that is a clear cut indication it's a strong acid, right? So what does happen in this reaction? this base base K plus OH minus, this base will come and take the H plus out. ठीक है, H plus out, and this orbital 2 electron, this orbital 2 electron will be left by hydrogen, and water molecule will go away, and here it will be carbon anion, carbon minus, and 3 chlorine is there, right? And now you understand this chlorine is a highly electronegative and better leaving group, right? It wants to leave. So what does happen in this reaction? Chlorine will leave, and it will take the electron, it will take both electron of this bond away along with the departuring of chlorine. So what does happen? Chlorine will depart as a Cl minus, and this carbon will keep 2 electron, this carbon will keep 2 electron, because this minus will taken by the chlorine, minus charge will be taken by chlorine, so this minus charge is shifted to chlorine. So here this become neutral molecule, and 2 electron will be placed in the vacant orbital of carbon, right? So this is called neutral electrophile and known as dichlorocarbon. Okay, so this is the dichlorocarbene molecule, and you won't believe NEET and IIT JEE has several time asked what is the intermediate in Riemann-Tiemann reaction. So that is the carbene. It's a neutral electrophile. Why it's electrophile? Because you can see 2 2 2 out. Carbon is having 6 electron. So one chlorine bond is 2 electron, this 2 electron, this 2, this 2. So when you will sum up all the electron, it will be 6 electron. Whereas a particular compound seeks to complete the octet, right? So it's a neutral electrophile. Now this electrophile will attack over phenol. Okay. So in the next page, I'm going to discuss what does happen. So here in the next step, what will happen? This phenol will convert into the phenoxide ion, because this H plus again is an acidic hydrogen, and aqueous KOH. So OH minus will come and it will depart H plus as a water. So it will convert into the phenoxide ion. Now phenoxide ion is a better nucleophile compared to phenol because it's a charged species. So charged species is better nucleophile. So this electron will come here, and you see the dichlorocarbene act as a neutral electrophile. So what does happen in this reaction? This pi bond will attack over the carbon, and this plus R effect of O minus will close the bond. So during this process, we will get double bonded oxygen, right? This is a double bonded oxygen, and this pi bond will open up and create a atmosphere for the combination of dichlorocarbon, right? So what does happen? This hydrogen will keep attaching, it will be with the sigma bond. Along with the sigma bond, there will be a carbon and dichlorocarbon. So now these 2 electron still will be there, so it will convert it into as a anion. Anion charge will be there, negative charge will be there. And you see in this process, aromaticity of ring is disturbed, right? So hydrogen will give sigma bond to the sigma bond of carbon carbon benzene, and this oxygen double bond will again cleaved, and oxygen will be satisfied by having the negative charge because it's a electronegative atom. So here you can keep the negative charge, and the all 3 bond will form again, right? And this hydrogen will attach to, because it will depart as a H plus, so it will attach with the negative charge of carbon. So it will be CH, Cl, and Cl. Can you see that? If you have any doubt, you can ask anytime, right? Now this is a stable phenoxide ion. So in this stable phenoxide ion, the next step is the hydrolysis. What does happen? The aqueous KOH, the aqueous media will provide OH minus to chlorine, and via SN1 path, both chlorine will get depart, carbocation will form, and both chlorine will get depart, and there will be the formation of, so I'm writing in the just this side, so you can see that, right? So what will happen here? These two, both chlorine will depart, and we will have the gem diol. So gem diol is unstable, and this gem diol is unstable. So when this gem diol is unstable, so what does happen? This phenoxide ion will like this only. This phenoxide ion will depart the from gem diol. Hydrogen water molecule will be depart. So dehydration will take place and it will convert into C double bond OH. Here it will be phenoxide ion. And the last step, in acidic media, H plus, aqueous acidic media, water workup will happen and it will convert into the orthosalicylaldehyde. So I hope I have taken this reaction from beginning to the advanced step and taken all the necessary steps required during the reaction mechanism. So I hope you are clear with each and every step, right? Beginning from the generation of electrophile, that is called dichlorocarbon, neutral electrophile, attack over the nucleophile. I told you benzene ring phenoxide ion act as a nucleophile, and nucleophile interact with the neutral electrophile. So organic chemistry is basically, in the broad sense, it is the interaction of nucleophile and electrophile, but in broad sense. So you need to understand this interaction in a different path, right? So here this interaction happens, and the pi bond open up, and this phenoxide ion plus our effect of oxygen closes the bond, and then again there will be a open of the CO bond, and then followed by the hydrolysis through SN1 path, and finally we get the salicylaldehyde, right? So I hope this phenomena is crystal clear to all my dear students, right? Now, this will form the intramolecular hydrogen bonding, because oxygen is, this double bonded oxygen is very closer to the electron deficient hydrogen being connected with highly electronegative atom of oxygen. That is the essential condition for H bond, dipole-dipole interaction. I hope it's clear to you, right? So now the again part, the next part says like this: if we will keep a molecule like this molecule, if we interact phenol with the carbon tetrachloride, if the molecule is carbon tetrachloride, aqueous KOH, and water workup in acidic medium followed by little heat, then it will produce salicylic acid. In place of aldehyde, it will develop a COH group in the ortho position. Again, orthosalicylic acid will be the major product because of the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Even though there will be ortho effect in the system, but there will be still scope of hydrogen bonding, right? So it is called orthosalicylic acid. Okay, salicylic acid, and it is very useful for the synthesis of aspirin, the very important medicine. So orthosalicylic acid. So what does happen during this process? So in this reaction mechanism, carbon tetrachloride act as a electrophile because of the C carbon chlorine polar bond. So this is the electrophile, again neutral electrophile, attack over the very powerful, because KOH, OH minus will come, it will depart H plus and form phenoxide ion, right? So what does happen in this process? This is the nucleophile again, and this is the electrophile. Again, it's a neutral electrophile, so there won't be plus charge. I hope it's clear to you, right? So it won't be there. So now what will happen in this reaction? This bond will get open. So phenoxide ion is a stronger nucleophile. Again, this pi bond will be open up, and when this pi bond will open, and here the chlorine will depart as a Cl minus because it's a better leaving group, and negative charge will be highly stable on chlorine. So what does happen during this process? During this process, our intermediate will form where H and carbon, Cl and Cl will be there, right? And after that there will be like O minus will be there, and it's a 2 pi bond in the ring. Can you see that, right? So again, in this case, this sigma bond will fall over, this sigma bond will fall over here, and hydrogen will depart as a H plus. This sigma bond will fall over the benzene ring. This H plus will be taken by the O minus, and in the next step I am writing in the next page. Can you see that? Yeah, so I'm writing here just. So what will happen here? It will again generate the OH, and the aromaticity will be regained, and here it will be a chlorine, chlorine, and chlorine. Can you see that? Right, again there is a water workup aqueous media. So in the aqueous media all the chlorine will be replaced by OH minus. Hydrolysis will happen, and when hydrolysis will happen, so what does happen in the process? OH, chlorine, carbon, OH, OH, and OH. Again we can depart very well, dehydration will happen. So again H2O will depart, minus H2O. When H2O will depart, so we will form, like here, what we will get here? We will get OH and C double bond OH. That is called orthosalicylic acid. Okay, so this is the orthosalicylic acid. Again, it's a stable one. Similarly, we will get the parasalicylic acid, right? So this is the whole concept of Reimer-Tiemann reaction. The most important thing is the electrophile and and the product formation. So I hope this reaction is crystal clear to all my students. So I can take some examples for Reimer-Tiemann reaction. If we have a compound like this, one ortho position is blocked by CS3, so this is a kind of cresol. So in cresol, if this cresol undergoes Reimer-Tiemann reaction, OH minus, aqueous media, chloroform, and water workup. So what will happen? If one ortho position is blocked, then the major product will be the para product. Okay, so remember, because ortho is blocked, so there will be a van der Waal radii repulsion of this methyl and OH group. So again here, again in this particular ortho group, CHO won't form. CHO will prefer to go para position. Why? Order to avoid the steric crowding repulsion. So the major product will be the para product. Okay, I hope it's clear to all of you. Okay, so CHO will form here. Okay, I hope it's clear, right? So similarly, there is more examples of these compounds. If ortho and para both position is occupied, suppose here I am having phenol, here I am having methyl, again here I am having methyl, both position is being occupied. So what does happen in this process? So when this process undergo Reimer-Tiemann reaction in aqueous media, aqueous alkali, aqueous KOH, chloroform, water workup, and acidic medium, so it will, then there is only one possibility. That possibility is this position. So aldehyde will occupy, CHO will come here, and then OH, methyl, and methyl will be retain the same position, will retain the same position. I hope this is crystal clear to all of you. So I think doubt is clear to all. So if my dear student, you have any doubt, you can raise your query, right? Okay, but there is some abnormal Reimer-Tiemann reaction. That is what? If we are having a compound called, this compound, a compound called pyrrole. Okay, so what will happen in the case of pyrrole? So there is one scope that if we add chloroform in aqueous KOH media followed by water workup, so one product will be the product of this, and the ortho position to this NH group, CHO will attach, and here it will be CHO, right? So this will act as a minor product. It won't be the major product. Then you will ask, sir, what will be the major product? So again, I told you, it's a, it is a case of just a minute, let me check this. I told you, yeah, it is a case of abnormal Reimer-Tiemann reaction. So what does happen in the abnormal Reimer-Tiemann reaction? This particular molecule will undergo ring expansion. Okay, so how does this happen? I'll explain in detail. It's advanced topic. Sometimes they can ask in advance. So what will happen? Generally, if we have this molecule, Suppose, let me draw it very clear, crystal clear to all of you, right? Just a moment. Yeah. So suppose we are having this group. Here I'm having nitrogen attached to this molecule, this 2 carbon, and carbene is approaching. Again, I told you, here we are having a 2 pi bond. Again, can you see here? Here also, there should be 2 pi bond. One mistake is there, right? So yeah, again in this page, we are having a 2 pi bond, and this 2 pi bond is going to open. What does happen? This pi bond will attack over this carbene. This pi bond will attack over the carbene, and then this lone pair will fall over the sigma bond, and it will form pi bond. Okay, what does happen? Nitrogen, this here is pi bond, and you can see particular here this ring will open, and carbon, chlorine, chlorine, and this is attached like this. This pi bond will open, and there will be an insertion of this orbital. This electron will open, and there will be an insertion of carbon with the pyrrole. Okay, so here it will be a positive charge, and again this will be like this. Okay, so what does happen now? There will be ring expansion in this molecule. When ring expansion will happen, so this bond will break. This bond will break like this, and this positive charge will go away, because again this pi electron will fall over to the nitrogen, and then there will be a formation of 6-member carbon with nitrogen in between the carbon atom. So pyridine will form. When pyridine will form, what does happen in this process? You can see that there will be a chlorine will attach here. One chlorine will depart in the process as a chlorine minus, and here it will be a pi bond. You can see here it will be a pi bond, because this sigma bond will go over to the carbon carbon sigma bond. It will form as a pi bond. I hope it's clear to all of you, right? So this is called chloropyridine. I hope you have got the abnormal reaction mechanism as well. So this is all about the Reimer-Tiemann reaction, right? Okay, see you in the next class. Till then, keep studying and make your parents proud. Take care. Bye bye.